good night. Tonight, we embark on an extraordinary journey. We'll delve into the world of paradoxes, not to strain the mind, but to lull it to sleep. We'll explore paradoxes of thought from level 1 to level 10, where each level is a new puzzle, a new way to look at the world, and drift off to sleep. Relax, close your eyes, and let these stories carry you into slumber. So let us begin. Level 1, the Preface. Paradox. Imagine a writer finishing a book. They've crafted each chapter with care, every sentence intentional, filled with meaning. However, at the very beginning, in the preface, the author openly admits that despite their best efforts, the book may still contain errors or inaccuracies. Isn't this a curious contradiction? The very act of striving for perfection is undercut by the acknowledgement of potential flaws. This paradox reveals an interesting truth about the nature of creation and communication. When we confess our imperfections, we don't weaken our message. Rather, we enhance our credibility. A humble admission invites connection and understanding. As you contemplate this paradox, allow yourself to embrace the beauty of imperfection. Release the need for everything to be flawless in your life. Recognize that it is okay to have mistakes. They are part of the journey. You can allow this realization to wash over you like a comforting wave as you drift gently into sleep, knowing that the imperfect nature of existence is what makes it rich and real. Level 2, the paradox of the court. Envision a grand courtroom, a place where justice should reign supreme. The judge, the jury, the lawyers, all of them are focused on uncovering the truth. Yet, the very systems designed to achieve justice can lead to injustice. A lengthy trial, legal loopholes, and biases can twist the pursuit of truth into a convoluted mess. The paradox lies in the fact that the methods intended to ensure fairness can sometimes distort it entirely. Consider a case where the truth remains hidden behind layers of bureaucracy and procedural missteps. The longer something takes to resolve, the more difficult it becomes to navigate the complexities that arise. As you ponder this paradox, let go of the need for everything to be perfectly fair. Life is filled with uncertainties, and not every situation will yield a just outcome. Embrace this idea as you allow your body to relax and your mind to quiet. Drift away into the tranquil realm of dreams, knowing that the complexities of life do not diminish your own sense of fairness and integrity. Level 3, the lottery paradox. Imagine holding a lottery ticket in your hand. You know the odds are steep, with your chances of winning being extremely slim. Deep down, you believe that you will likely lose. Yet, despite this rational understanding, the thrill of possibility compels you to buy the ticket anyway. This paradox raises fascinating questions about hope and desire. You're faced with a situation where logical reasoning contradicts your emotional impulses. On one hand, you know the odds are against you. On the other, you can't help but dream about what could happen. It's this contradiction where the complexity of human emotions comes into play. As you consider this paradox, allow yourself to reflect on the nature of hope. It's okay to hold on to dreams and aspirations, even when the likelihood of achieving them seems slim. Close your eyes gently and release the weight of expectations. Embrace the freedom of possibility as you settle into a soft cocoon of sleep, letting your imagination roam through the realms of what might be. Level 4, the two envelopes paradox. Picture yourself presented with two envelopes. One envelope holds a certain amount of money, say $100, while the other contains either twice that amount or half. You choose one envelope, feeling the thrill of anticipation building inside you. Before you open it, you're given the choice to switch to the other envelope. Rationality kicks in, and you think, if my envelope contains $100, the other one might contain $200. But if mine has $50, I should switch to the other one. This reasoning seems to suggest that switching envelopes increases your chances of winning more money. Yet, upon analysis, it turns out that this logic doesn't really change your expected outcome. This paradox highlights the difficult realities of decision-making and probability. The ideal choice may not always be clear, and often we can get lost in endless second-guessing and speculation. As you let this paradox wash over you, release your own decision-making burdens. Surrender to the peace of now. Embrace the understanding that sometimes the best choice is to simply enjoy the moment you have right now and drift off to a serene sleep. Level 5. Russell's Paradox. Imagine a library that aims to categorize all books in the world. One of the categories includes books that do not contain themselves within their pages. Think for a moment. Does this library, which supposedly contains all books that do not reference themselves, include itself? If it does, then it contradicts its own rule. If it does not, it should include itself. Russell's paradox illuminates the problems in naive set theory, where classifications can lead to absurdities. This paradox demonstrates how our attempts to create order can sometimes result in chaos. We may seek definitions, rules, and categorizations, but the nuances of reality often resist such confinement. As you ponder this mind-bending notion, release any need for clear-cut definitions in your own life. Life is not always black and white. Nuances live in shades of gray. Let your thoughts dissolve like mist as you prepare for sleep, inviting a sense of comfort that transcends logical confines. Embrace the chaos and mystery of life, resting secure in the knowledge that it's perfectly okay not to have all the answers. Level 6, the potato paradox. Consider a sack of potatoes weighing 100 pounds, which is made up of 99% water. Now imagine those potatoes left to dehydrate a bit. After some time, they become 98% water. Intuitively, you may think that they weigh slightly less, but the actual revelation is surprising. They now weigh only 50 pounds. This paradox occurs because the percentage of water dramatically changes the total weight once it begins to lose water while still being accounted for in the total weight. It illustrates how our perceptions can fail us, especially when dealing with large quantities and percentages. As you reflect on this paradox, allow yourself to think about how small changes can have significant impacts in your life. You don't have to understand everything about such transformations. Rest assured, life's complexities often yield profound surprises. Let the serenity of understanding that these moments are part of growth envelop you, helping you drift off soundly into sleep. Level 7. The Arrow Paradox. Imagine an arrow flying through the air at remarkable speed. At any single instant, however, that arrow occupies a specific position, and it's completely motionless in that moment. If reality consists of individual instants strung together, how can the arrow possibly be in motion if it is always still at every instant? This paradox invites deep reflection on the nature of time, motion, and existence. By breaking down time into discrete moments, we challenge our understanding of movement itself. At every tick of the clock, the arrow appears to hold still. But how can it be that motion exists when dissected into such tiny, stagnant doses? As you embrace this thought, let go of the pressure to make sense of every moment in your life. Time often flows in ways that mystify us, just as the arrow flies even when motion seems paradoxical. Close your eyes and surrender to the calm rhythm of your breath, allowing that calming flow of life to carry you into a deep state of rest. Level 8. The Whole Paradox. Visualize two shapes, a circle and a square with a hole cut in it that perfectly matches the size of the circle. It seems intuitive that if you try to shove the entire circle through the hole, it should fit. Yet in mathematics, you can transform the circle in an infinite way and fit the entire shape into the square's hole, even though it appears both impossible and nonsensical. This paradox plays with our understanding of dimensions and physical boundaries. It beckons you to consider how mathematics defies our intuitive grasp of space and form. The sum of its parts can create transformations that seem to bend the rules, allowing us to see impossible shapes fit where we thought they could not. As you ponder this idea, release all frameworks you might impose on your own life. Perhaps not everything needs to fit perfectly into the confines you've drawn for yourself. Allow the flexibility of thought to guide you as you settle into sleep, embracing the flow of possibilities that exist beyond rigid definitions. Level 9, Moore's Paradox. Picture a person making a statement. It is raining, but I don't believe it is raining. This utterance appears nonsensical at first. The statement itself is not logically contradictory, but it feels absurd for someone to assert something so confidently while simultaneously stating disbelief. Moore's paradox raises questions about belief and assertion. It challenges us to consider how our thoughts influence what we choose to express outwardly. In essence, it shows how our beliefs can conflict with our statements, creating a dissonance that can confuse both speaker and listener. As you reflect on this paradox, allow yourself to release all conflicting thoughts and feelings within you. Recognize that it's okay to feel uncertain or conflicted. Dive deep into a space of inner peace, draping yourself in an awareness that soothingly wraps around your mind, buoying you softly into sleep. Level 10, the Twin Paradox. Imagine two twins. One of them stays on Earth, while the other travels into space at a speed close to that of light. When the traveling twin comes back home, they discover they are younger than the twin who remained on Earth. This scenario creates a sense of confusion and contradiction because, from the perspective of the traveling twin, it seems as though the Earth was moving, not them. This paradox showcases the realities of time and space from different frames of reference. The effects of relativity challenge our intuitive notions of time as linear and absolute. The idea that one twin ages more slowly due to their incredible speed can boggle the mind. Let this paradox settle into your thoughts as you allow the universe's mysteries to float freely around you. Release any attachment to outcomes or understanding. Surrender to the experience of being part of a vast, ever-unfolding reality. Embrace the unknown and let yourself drift away into a peaceful sleep. We have traveled through a landscape of paradoxes together, each one a stepping stone leading to deeper understanding and restful sleep. As you lay there, let the comfort of uncertainty cradle you. Your subconscious will sift through these thoughts, draw connections, and find its own peace. Sleep well, and may your dreams be sweet. Good night.